Today on Gamer's Couch.
Cash and Guns, second edition.
Bang, bang, bang!
No, just one bang. That's the first edition.
Hi guys!
Hey!
Do you ever have that moment when you're married and there's that point you just want to point a gun to your husband's head?
Or you're married so long that you just want to point a gun on your own head?
Uh-oh! Well, we got a solution for you. See? Said it's a solution.
Certainly a game only meant for grown-ups, because kids can't really.
So not for you. You see, there we are going to review a game today that is a lot of fun and that, well, puts us into the giddy mode where we're just getting crazy.
Yep.
And there is, because he's just so beautiful with the red box on his head. There is the box, Cash and Guns, published by Repost. Why is he pointed at me? Maybe he just wants to be unboxed.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. Just like every week, tell us the rules and the gameplay before we go into likes and dislikes and all the funny stories and experiences that we had while we played the game.
Wait, there's
A lot of times.
there's likes with this game? I thought this was just dislikes. We'll find out later. So Cash.
I will have this gun in my hand whenever he says something stupid. I will just point.
So hopefully all of you have seen a lot of those gangster movies, heist movies, where a troop of robbers, bandits, however you want to call them, or Robin Hoods, sort of try to get the valuable goods from the rich and, well, make away with it. This game is not exactly about that moment, but about the exact moment that comes after that. The point where you have all the goodies laid on a table and start to argue who earns or who gets most of whatever is on the table. And that is what Cash and Guns is entirely about. You and your friends are standing around the table with a gun in your hand. And there will be, the Don or the guy in charge with his fancy desk, because it's a business. It's a family business, to be perfectly clear.
Please make the Godfather.
I can't. The entire game revolves around you counting to 3 at least 2 times, because on the first time you count to 3 and then you point the gun at someone and at the table and try to have them chicken out. Before you do that, you secretly play one of these cards, and you have, for 8 rounds, 5 clicks and 3 bangs. A click is just I'm just joking, the gun wasn't loaded, I just wanted to see if you...
I'm just playing.
If you're chickening out, but...
I'm not.
If you play a bang, that person gets hurt and gets one of these little patches. If you have 3 patches, you lose the game, or at least, you're out of the game and all the others stay in the game. So you don't really want to get too many of those, but you can take a little bit of,
medicine,
bulleting, wounding, beating, however you want to call it.
Because in real life, just the 3rd bullet hits you and kills you.
So here's how a typical round works. As I said, you play one of those bang cards face down. Then the Don counts to 3. Everybody points at somebody else. Then the Don has the ability to tell one player to point at somebody else, and that is typically someone you pointing at the Don. But he can only tell them to point somewhere else. He cannot tell them where to point. And afterwards, he will count to 3 again, and then you have the chance either to say Banzai, which means you stay in, you go all in, and you want to grab some goods from the table, or you put down your gun and you're out. But the good news is you're sort of ducking under the table and are not, you cannot be hit by anyone pointing guns at you. And this game comes with these funny little characters. What typically happens, you put your gun down and then you flip the guy over to indicate that you're not in this round anymore.
No, not you, Anton. I said duck.
Now, everybody who ducked out puts the card they played face down away, so the others don't really know if he played a bang or just a click. Everybody who aimed at the person who ducked under the table also put their card away. And everybody else then reveals the card they played and resolve either a click, where nothing happens, or a bang, and the person they pointed gets one of these wound tokens. And afterwards, it's starting with the Don behind his table to select one of the loot cards on the table. There's typically 8 cards plus the Don table on the Don table on the table, which sounds ridiculous, but bear with me. So these are the possible loot cards, and I'm trying to catch that the sun is almost making things even brighter again, because it's November in Germany, and it
doesn't help with the shadow.
That doesn't help at all.
I was trying.
Yeah.
When you do something silly, point at yourself. If you say something silly, I point at you.
So these are 8 of these cards are on the table, and there's the very simplistic. Let me organize my loot. This is just money, and the money is worth exactly what it says: $5,000, $10,000, or $20,000. You might already guess that this game, sort of, you win the game if you end up with the most loot at the end. But there's more. There's, for example, these very beautiful paintings. One painting nets you $4,000. But as your collection grows, it starts to get worth more. So 2 paintings already bump you up to $12,000. Or if people at the table are crazy enough to let you accumulate 10 paintings, you get $500,000, which is insane. And if someone lets you do this at the table, they deserve to be shot, but not with a foam gun, because they're stupid. They don't understand how this game works.
Or they played it first round?
Shot. Don't give him a chance to play it again.
Now I gotta shoot you, because we will reveal a story later that makes you deserving this foam bullet right now.
There's also diamonds. Diamonds are worth typically 1,000, 5,000, or there's even one that's 10,000. But diamonds themselves are not worth that much more than money. But if you end up with the most diamonds, you get the big diamond at the end of the game, which nets you another $60,000. So, as you can see, paintings and diamonds are things like a long-term investment, and you want to make sure that nobody at the table gets too many of those. And last but not least, there's loot that is not worth anything but entirely functional. There's this bandage, which, surprise, surprise, heals wound tokens, and this does heal up to 2 wound tokens. And there's a spare magazine if you are already shot. A bang card. This card allows you to take one from your discard pile and put it back into your hand, so you have another shot at people at the table. And last but not least, this is not a floppy card, but some real cardboard. But this is always out. This indicates who will be the Don for the next round, which can actually be a pretty good investment, although it seems that it's not worth much. Being able to tell someone to point at somebody else if you already have 2 wounds is not too bad a thing to have.
Also, you're in the next round the first one to choose loot if you didn't duck.
Yes, you have the first.
Could be very, very valuable.
This is the entirety of the game. You play a couple of these rounds, refresh all the cards in the loot on the loot table, and if you run out of cards, the game ends. Or well, after 8 rounds, it's actually sort of
when the loot is distributed.
It ends up here, and well, you only have eight bank cards, or well, 5 clicks and 3 bank cards in your hand, so you only have just enough cards to make it to round 8. Even if you find one of those spare magazines, that doesn't mean you get an extra round, it just means that you have another bang at your disposal. And yeah, that's the entire game. There's not a lot else to do there. In addition to that, and that is sort of an optional rule, but that's something that also comes with the second edition, there's character cards. And this is the side of the cards that doesn't tell you anything.
Wait.
Oh no, I already have two bangs. So there's different character cards, and I don't really remember if the rules say that you get to choose, but that's how we play it. There's enough cards to actually give each player 2 cards, and then letting them choose which to take. And each of these roles or character cards gives you a special ability. And no, it is not balanced at all, but since the game sort of balances itself, if someone is getting too strong, they will face a lot of opposition from all the other guys at the table. So one of these would be, for example, the cute, who always gets $5,000 if it's on the table, because, well, he's cute. There's... well, let's see, which other one is interesting. There's the collector, who already starts with 1 painting, so maybe getting to 10 is more likely for him. And then there's, let's see, where's... then
My
there's,
favorite one.
Yeah, one of our favorite ones, the dictator. The dictator is actually allowed to tell some other player not to be able to pick a certain kind of loot. That means if there's only, let's say, money on the table, or only paintings or something like that, he can tell somebody else, you're not allowed to pick money this turn. And, well, if worse comes to worse, they are not allowed to pick anything at the table. On the other hand, if you are the dictator, chances are that everybody else on the table will want to see the revolution come up and get you off your chair, or better said, back in your grave. And that leads typically to people pointing their gun at you.
Big crosshairs. Big crosshairs.
Yes.
Oh wow, that's just like in real life, right?
And as you might have guessed, this game is over very quickly. So this is, you play a couple of rounds of this. It is highly interactive in terms of just being able to point at people, making funny faces. It's the great time to improve your Italian for showing
gesture of
general appreciation. Yeah. And just roll with it. It's fun. You should try to be Pedro, or try to be...
just because of the chest hair.
La Femme Nikita.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's it.
Got nothing else to say. It's
fairly simple. So let's head on
trying
over.
to find things more to say about this, but that is the entirety of the game. It is very simple and very fast.
And that's one of the things I like so much about the game. So... haha, segue. Let's get into the next segments, the likes and dislikes that we express about this game. Starting with you?
No.
What? No?
Not this time. No, you're not allowed. I didn't say anything stupid.
I also said silly, not only stupid.
I reserve my right to...
remain silent?
To not say anything at all.
He's not a lawyer. He's a management manager. Don't... So, okay, I start with the likes and dislikes. Well, guess what? There are no dislikes. I have nothing that I dislike about the game. Just because everything that the game is supposed to be, it is. It does all the things for what it is, for what it wants to do, which is it's a light game. It could be a getting into board gaming or starting the night off with that game or having it at the as the last game of a particular night just to, well, dwindle down and have something funny before you say goodnight to your friends after you had a gaming night. And for that, I really, really like it. It's very simple, very fast, and very easy to teach to other people that are maybe not into board games that much or that don't have a long attention span. So very good for that. It's also cool to play with kids. It says on the box it's 10 or older for 4 to 8 people, 30 minutes, and that's very much what I think the game is good for, what it says it is designed for. It actually accomplishes all of that. And don't you give me that look, I can't. So also, I really like the components. Of course, the foam guns. Hey, come on, right? There's just so much shit you can do with it, especially when you're as giddy as we are. I also like the cardboard character things and all the artwork itself on the different components. Very sturdy, very cool. So that's a big bonus. And again, it's just one of those games that I think is perfect for New Year's Eve with a couple of friends. You just have a round or two, you have big laughs, and you just enjoy yourself. It's also maybe, like I said, a game to get non-board gamers, but why do you know these kind of people?
Yeah, well,
but getting them into
last time that
board games.
If you are a bad person if you don't play board games. I'm pretty sure I heard myself saying that, and you didn't.
Yeah, but I forget what you say. Am I listening? I'm not listening. Not all the time. No, but it's a cool thing to play with your pre-teenage kids, getting them to, well, 10 is pre-teenage. Like the classic. Yeah, I know not from the word, fuck you, but you know, before they fight off their parents, before they're in the rebel stage, you just...
That starts 3 going forward.
Maybe with you, because you're a Cylon. But, no. Now you just... I forgot where I was and what I wanted to say. Oh, god damn it.
So the short version is, this is a
Love
game
it.
for everyone.
Yeah, pretty much. I don't like you. What do you like about scenes of a lovely marriage? So what do you like about the game? Go on. Don't get me started. Don't you like our Sundays? And I say all the silly stuff and make you laugh like once a week.
So what I like about this game very much is first of all the range. As you already said, it's 4 to 8, which is typically games we have are either starting with 2 or 3. So 4 is it's only for bigger groups. But then again, we are almost always, if we are meeting with other folks, 4 at the minimum. So. Yeah, that's a great game to bring out whenever we meet up with other folks. And it going up to 8 means that there's almost no limitation, at least for our group, where others cap out at 5 or 6 players. And even more importantly, at least for me, even if you go up to 8, the game does not get slower. Because everybody is doing what they're doing at the same time. and you have no downtime. I really like games like Resistance, be the default one, or something like Avalon. But one of the problems there is, yes, you keep on talking with someone, but you only get to do something when it's your turn, and you only get to do something if you are taking on the turn with someone else. Here you have props in hand, and you get to do something every time, and you might only miss out from grabbing loot off the table.
Or if you're dead.
Why should my dad not be?
No, not your dad. If you're...
That. Also, big plus is how quickly this is explained. I think I took longer trying to explain here what to do than I had when we tried to explain this to other folks, because you literally just play around. And what I didn't show you, if you are the Don, and you should just be the Don if you're explaining this to someone on the other side, this is the entirety of the rules, how to manage a turn. Saying put out 8 new loot cards, play your bang cards, point guns at each other. If you're the Don, then tell someone to point somewhere else. Then either go through with it and resolve stuff, and grab money, and that's the entirety.
Yeah.
That being said, there is some thinky stuff, or at least it's not entirely just a party game where you can just mindlessly point at other folks. You should pay attention to what they're grabbing, and you should pay attention to how many shots they already fired, or how, if they like you or not. That is one of the reasons one of us two exits this game early. And yeah, that's there's, as I said, it's a very, very I want to say compact idea in terms of game design. There's not a lot to it, but again, it's the interaction with the other players that makes it so enjoyable, and the accessibility for even large groups. This is, if you still need a game for New Year's Eve or on Christmas, even though it comes with guns. This is great fun to play with, even with Grandma, who is not that big into board games anymore.
We go through the alarm that is going off at our neighbor's house. Yeah, hold on. Again. Hey, they stop. Oh, super fast. Okay. Thank God. Usually this goes on for like 30 minutes in a row and you go crazy. Anyways, another thing that I just forgot to mention, what I like about the game is, though it has like a very, very simple mechanic to it, it's very balanced. I'm amazed that you can balance a game that greatly with just the mechanic of bluffing what bullet are you going to shoot, and deciding where to point your gun. Because I think the aside from what kind of loot am I going to grab, this is more the decision part. Are you even going to partake into the distribution of the loot or not? And I'm very amazed how simple the mechanic is and how well balanced this game is, though. Just saying.
Yeah. Also a big plus for me is with these guns and in this outfit, I can make the duck into the Hitman duck. Well, it's not entirely a black suit and it's not entirely a red tie, and he almost has no hair, but, well...
Pointing at you, sir! Yeah, Sunday morning. Anyways, on a scale of 1 to awesome, how much do you like this game?
I give this one 4 bangs.
Ooh, out of how many clicks?
Not saying.
No, not saying. Great. Well, for me, it's from 1 to awesome. It's awesome. It's a solid 10. And I really, really like this game. And it gets a lot of table time besides all the other games that we do have in this category of easy, light, big group games. And now, as the final thing, we might want to share some experiences or funny stories. I'm thinking about the Essen warm up, or the thing that we played it with a almost entirely new gaming group at the gaming weekend, or that you let my dad collect 9 paintings, and now I'm referring back to the shoot.
No.
What the heck? No, don't shoot my dad.
I wanna point out at this time. I was not alive when he collected 9 paintings.
Yeah, you died the round before, so you didn't collect him 8 paintings. Wow. It's also on you, good sir, not only on my mom and me.
Also, it's really hard to keep someone else from collecting these paintings if you have to duck out and all these other guys are only painting the guns at you. And that is also a great way to have someone else collect 8 or 9 paintings by not pointing your gun at them, but pointing your gun at, well, your husband or your son-in-law, which is wrong. Always.
Mom, it's not wrong. You did the good thing.
It is very wrong.
You know, here's a funny little fact. It's very understandable that him and we fight against each other in any game because we're married. So me pointing the gun at him all the time and vice versa, this is just like normal marriage behavior. Fun fact, in a couple of games now, my mom tries to kill my husband first or get him out of the chance to win. It being love letter or cash and guns, doesn't matter. She has a ton of fun pointing at him and, well, killing him off the game. And I really like it.
We have a let's just say me and her have a healthy nemesis relationship. Even, well, I think with yours is even stronger, but there it is getting difficult. And the other difficulty is to convince her dad to help me stomp one of them first. Because he's then, I don't like all of you.
Yeah, my dad is.
I don't judge, I just kill.
Yeah,
that's,
right.
Yes.
He's not thinking about, I'm going, I have to go home with her tonight. I have to be nice with her. He's not thinking about that when it comes to my mom. He's just killing whomever he wants with this game.
But that already started in Essen. So this is the very first game we played at the
warm up,
at the Spiel during the warm up in the Unperfect house. And I actually at this point in time always already was planning on picking this game up because it's the second edition, and I've read up on this beforehand. It just looked fun.
And we had the gaming weekend coming up, and we thought it would be perfect to bring this particular game.
We were waiting on another friend, and as for that, it proved perfectly as the filler game waiting for the other guy to arrive. So we sat down and played a round of Cash and Guns. I really enjoyed it, but obviously it came to quotes like me being dead after
15 minutes.
Literally 15 minutes, and then telling the guy, you can now guesstimate who's married at this table, because it was her who shot me dead.
Well, yeah. The other guys...
First shot, bang! Second, bang! Third, bang! You're out! Nobody plays like that.
I do. I had a lot of loot. Isn't that the purpose of the game? I thought it was the purpose of the game. Also, it was...
I forgot entirely. Negative points. No actual cash in this game.
Yeah.
I was expecting, well, guns.
Real money.
And... Wait, these are not real guns?
No, I'm going to explain to you what the word real means later on.
But you can...
Yeah. No, that's a real foam gun. You don't go into a bank with those, promise? Good. Good boy. You can wear them for Halloween or Fasching if you like.
Both of these are gone
Would you?
already.
No, Fasching is in February. Rosenmontag.
Uh,
Anyways, which you're not participating in anyways, so good for me. Any other funny things? What do I... oh, at the gaming weekend?
yeah,
Styx being the godfather all the time and doing a very good job with that.
Yeah.
That was really cool. I filmed a bit of that. You can see it in one of the October taco clocks. There's a gaming... Helal Trutan, my old friend, is the name of that vlog of the gaming weekend where we played it.
and it's and that is less a super cool story, but that
No,
is
it's
just
just-
a good indicator, or was a good indicator for us to. You can throw in people who have never met before and
play games
have a
and
great
have
time.
Huge fun.
We literally played this with 4 dudes we knew, 4 dudes we don't know that much or haven't seen that often, and it
Some
really-
of them we met for the first time.
yeah, it quickly gets people to hate each other, and
But in a good way. Like, once you have finished this game, all is good again. So nobody's really cranky
is there a
afterwards.
bad way to hate on each other?
No, but I mean, like, being very competitive and very angry within a game like that is totally cool, but once you stop the game, all is good again, and you're just having huge laughs. So that's a good form of hate in my dictionary.
Yep. Maybe.
Stupid or not? Guess what, guys? This is the end of it. At least for this week. We're done with the New Gamers Couch. We hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, any ideas, anything you want to know, leave a comment in the description. See? God damn it, he does that all the time. Leave a comment in the comment section below and come on, be even from out of frame but still shooting. Enjoy the weekend, have a very good one. We're going to be back with a new episode next Sunday, the first Advent. And there might be a little Santa Claus with us next week. Yeah. We're not playing Last Man Standing now. And if you whistle, I will definitely shoot you.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, guys. Have fun. Thanks very much for watching.